Budgeting on a fluctuating income. This is something that our family definitely deals with. My husband and I both have fluctuating income. So we have really had to learn how to budget our money for the year. So he is an arborist and his business runs basically from April till November-ish. So he has about 4 months off in the winter that he's not working. And with my job, it is very all over the place for the year as far as income. My job is also seasonal and I do not work from January all the way up to the end of March. So when I come back for work seasonally in April, I work full time for about 2.5 months. And then I drop down to part time. And then I work full time again in November, December time. And then I'm not working for about 3 months. So there's a period for 3 months where neither one of us are bringing home any income. So what we have to do is we have to know our monthly expenses for each month, and we have to have that amount in our account every month. And basically anything left over is a savings for us. And that gets put into either our high yield savings account, invested, or towards our house, which I will make another video on how we decide where that goes each time we have extra money for savings. It's so important when you have fluctuating income and any time and any income, honestly, you need to have an emergency savings. And for us, it's really important because it needs to cover expenses when we don't have enough for the month or we aren't working for the month. So this is like a safety net for us that really helps out. We save enough to cover for our 4 months expenses during that time that we're not working or working part-time. And then we also have another emergency savings that is for emergencies because we need to have that money to cover the expenses when we're not working. And for us, we each have separate accounts, but we have a bills account that we share that we put money in that gets taken out monthly. And we keep that at a certain amount to cover everything. Everything in our bills account is automated to get taken out. And if you can automate your expenses, it really helps. And what I do is I keep it on a basic calendar and I write down each day when stuff is getting taken out. And this also works even if you don't have automated expenses, because then you know when it's coming, what you need. If you are able to have an automated transfer for money to be put into a savings, I highly suggest doing that for when you're not working or just to cover those expenses when things are getting tight. Even if it's just a little bit, just keep building that money to what you can. The first thing that we start saving for is our winter savings fund, because like I said, we're not working during that time. So it's very important for us to get that filled so we have that money when we're not working to cover all of our expenses. So I try to roughly figure out what we make for the year, which like I said, it fluctuates so much, but live below your means. Figure out how much you need to be saving for each month and how much you are making for the year, and figure out what that is going to look like for you. It's so important to have that extra money put away with whatever you are able to do. Like I said, we have our winter account to cover our bills, but also just having that emergency fund for emergency is when you need something to fall back on when something goes wrong. This is definitely something that we have taken years to learn how to do because it's really hard to live on a fluctuating income, especially with two people. I think it's a little easier when you have one regular income coming in because you can almost try to live off of that as much as possible. But with us, it's such a up and down for us all year that it's really important for us that we need to figure this out. And we enjoy having our winters off. And we are able to do that because we've been able to figure out a system to do that. Let me know in the comments any advice or things that you do to help with a fluctuating income, or if you have any questions about how to do it, let me know and I'll do my best to answer everyone that I see. Thanks for watching.